All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Star Citizen with Lance Vader. We are going to take a look at the Consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha today. I wanted to review each of the starter ships and kind of give people an idea, especially beginners or people who are looking to buy this game, an idea of what each of these ships are like and what their strengths and weaknesses are before they buy them. The Consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha is one of the two cheapest ships in the store, and you can go, you can buy this ship. It's and start in the universe, and you can use it to do just about anything in the game. There are some exceptions. We will be covering that during this video. You can use this ship and qualify for all sorts of other ships very quickly, and if you decide to buy this ship, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And I just wanted to make sure that if we can, we make sure that people know what they're getting themselves into, what they're actually getting for their cash. So, the Consolidated Outland Mustang, it's CO Mustang Alpha, because CO stands for Consolidated Outland. The Mustang Alpha is the basic Mustang. It has the largest amount of room for upgrades. All of its components are very low grade, and they tend to be civilian type components. The Winter Star, the Zap Jet, the Rush, I believe that's the Ink. All of these are very basic systems. You'll notice it does have two shield generators. Not all small ships have two shield generators. Some of them only have one. So while the Mustang Alpha has very poor shields to begin with, because these are not very good shield generators, it does have two of them. So it has the ability to have as much shielding as any small light fighter, and more than many of them. Twice as many as a lot of them, like the Arrow only has one. It has several empty hard points here. It comes with the nose turret, two size 2 cannons, laser cannons on the nose, and that's decent armament for a starter. You can outfit it with two more size 1 cannons, or you could replace them all with repeaters. You can also put on, it looks like you can put on some missiles. However, I have a rental, so I cannot put on any weapons. I cannot put on any missiles. I cannot put on any missile racks. I do want to show you the Mustang Delta is the upgraded version. It's a kind of an upgraded version. It's a variant on the Mustang. So it has 4 of these cannons, 4 of these size 2 cannons, and you can change out these cannons right here. You can change them out for gimbals and move them down to size 2 or size 1 from size 2. And then it has Jericho XL rocket pods. Those are way cool. Unfortunately, these rocket pods, you can't really buy them anywhere. You can't uninstall them. You can't put anything else in their place. So I'm not sure if you can put missiles on the Consolidated Alpha, on the Alpha. It might be possible in future. It should be possible in future versions to do something with these hardpoints, but they're very small hardpoints. The rockets, the Delta is one of the few ships in the game to have rockets, and they're fun. They're a neat toy, And they do lots of damage, but they're dumbfire. So you have to be kind of dogfighting with another ship in order to use them. Very good against ground targets, though. All right. So, the Alpha. Consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha. It comes with kind of the bare minimum to get you out into space. It will go fast in space. We're going to go... Oh, sorry. We need to call it up. In order to show you on all of the hard points and everything that it comes with, I had to not have it called up. We're going to call that up right now. Anvil, there we are, Mustang Alpha. You'll notice I have a whole lot of ships, partly because there was a duplication bug that duplicated a whole lot of my ships in patch 3.17. So that was very common. A lot of longtime players ended up getting way more ships than I did. And it's kind of annoying because it's all just copies of the ships that you already owned. So you're not getting a wider variety of ships, you're just having more of the ships that you already had. It doesn't really give you that much of an advantage. Unless they're very large ships and you like to have one stashed at every port. So let's take a look at the Mustang here. Beautiful. Beautiful ship. I do like this ship. I like the way it looks. It's a bit big because there's a fair amount of dead space right in the middle that doesn't get used. This ship does have some room for cargo. Let's see. And let's see, is there a cargo? Yeah, there's no cargo. It's all exterior cargo. So those are the cargo containers right there, and you can access them. Close cargo bay. But you can't put anything physical in them yet. I'm sure in the future you'll be able to put crates there or something like that. You'll be able to actually like take a crate from the outside world and put it in the cargo bay. But you can't do that yet. On the Mustang Delta, the military version that I was showing you, that's all wasted space. There's absolutely no cargo in that ship. So let's get in the pilot seat. It's a pretty cool canopy. Actually, I want to show you that little that ladder and canopy thing. It's a really cool canopy. We're gonna do that. We're gonna open pilot canopy. We're gonna open the ladder. Oh, shoot. Okay. So there it is. The canopy goes all the way up. And you can see there's a little bit of room behind the chair. And if you were... There we are. If you were to get a... If you were to grab a multi-tool with a tractor beam, you could take a crate or a box and you could put it behind the pilot's chair and kind of cheat this ship into carrying a box. It does not have room for boxes, but you can cheat it into taking one if you're clever and you're willing to work at it. I don't think it's really worth it, but you can kind of see there is an area back there, and that is an area that has it's dead space, so it doesn't have anything in it that you need. So you can just Absolutely, you can absolutely put something back there. Could that thing suddenly bug out and decide to rattle around your ship and blow it up? Yeah, I'm entirely possible. This is Star Citizen. There's a lot of bugs still in the game. Yeah, this is a pretty cool ship. She folds up her wings when she's landed and has those nice little wheel landing gears. Once you're in the cockpit of the ship, there's nowhere else to go. You've fully explored it. So we're going to enter the pilot's seat. There's one of the variants, the Mustang Beta, has a cabin that you can go back into. It's kind of like and you can, you have to get into the pilot's chair, and then you can go back into the cabin where there's a bed and there's some amenities. There's a little sink, a little galley area, and I think there's a little toilet as well. So it's kind of like a little camper that you could take out into the wilderness. But unfortunately, the Mustang Beta, the one that has the camper, that one does not have any real room for crates. In order to put a crate onto the ship, you have to get into the pilot's chair first. So, yeah. Oh. Forgot to,
You are clear to launch.
Forgot to open that up. You'll notice when we set off, this thing's got some pretty zippy engines. So there's the Mustang in flight. Oh, that's a good picture. That might be my thumbnail right there. That's a pretty good picture too. Yeah. To the moon! She's got pretty strong engines. Those two big engines, they take up a whole lot of space on this small vehicle. It's mostly engine, really, when you look at it. Yeah. With only two size 2 cannons, we can shoot them for days. They don't really push the limits of our coolers, and they regenerate pretty quickly. So if I owned this ship, I would probably replace them with repeaters, just because we have so much space in so much space in our capacitors for guns. Either that, or I'd put 4 cannons in, because 4 cannons would be pretty good. Let's see. Okay. I do not seem to be capturing my webcam. I just noticed that. We'll figure out why. Probably later. All right. So we got into space. We're gonna take this ship through her paces.
Quantum travel engaged.
Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what kind of acceleration the ship has. This is the thing that measures acceleration on the ship. Okay? So when I press forward like that, you'll notice, kind of hard to see with the orange UI, you'll notice there's a red line right there, right? And 10.5 Gs. Okay. So this thing has the capacity to accelerate forward 10.5 Gs. Can accelerate backwards 5.1 Gs with boost, 3.9 without it. 10.5 forward, 13 forward. Yeah, that's a lot of Gs. This got some giddy up and go. This ship tops out at 1159. That's a pretty good, very respectable kind of top speed. And even just with the default acceleration, the Mustang can kind of make you black out or come close. Yeah, so let's see. Acceleration upwards, 5.7, 5.8 Gs, 7.4 with the boost. Okay, that's not true. Okay. Let's see. 14 Gs all at once. So this thing can do a lot of acceleration. I don't know if these numbers are meaning anything to you, but and look how fast we spin. See if we can come to a stop. There we are. Since we are in totally Newtonian space, there is such a thing as a full stop. Kind of doesn't exist in real outer space, but that's not where we are. So let's see. Our acceleration upwards can get up to 12 Gs. Boy, almost blacked out just testing it. And then our downward acceleration. Downward acceleration is 4.1, 6.1 with boost. And we can pull 18 Gs if we're accelerating in 3 different directions. That is a lot of acceleration. So the Mustang is a is a very fast ship, but she can also do a lot of acceleration. It's very great acceleration. This is a good... if you wanted to like race in this game, this ship could definitely be a racer. I am seeing some really good racing potential with this ship. Great. Now I don't feel very confident that I could do much more than a VLRT, maybe an LRT. We're going to do a very low risk target mission. I've already got the call to arms accepted. Always accept call to arms. Unless you're doing some law breaking that day, which of course none of us would ever do. No, no. Or if we did, we would have Possible deniability. So yeah, I don't like the fact that it has exterior cargo for the simple reason that exterior cargo is not as useful as interior cargo. You can put boxes in interior cargo, but you can't really do that with exterior. Alright, we are going to go to HDMS Norgard to fight this VLRT target. Make a couple of credits. Maybe pick up a little bit of cargo while we're there. It seems like it would be a good ship for a couple of things in the verse. I gotta say, the inability of this ship to accept physical cargo and the inability of it to store your personal effects, guns and ammo and armor, that, I mean, for me, that's a deal breaker, because just right there, as far as using this as a daily driver. There's a reason that I don't use the Delta as a daily driver. I kind of thought I might spend a couple of in-game credits on it, but it has the lack of being able to get inventory on that ship is just really, it's a really glaring flaw when you're dealing with it. Even the Aurora has a little space for your armor or your weapons. Let's see, yep, no missiles, just guns. They are gimbaled guns, and I'm going to be using them.
Something with your name on it.
Okay, got Avenger Stalker. Ooh, overshot that by a bit.
Shield hit.
Stop hitting my shields. Yeah. I'm gonna, get out of there. Come back into the fight. My shields were down, and these guys are using some pretty nasty ballistic weaponry. Definitely not feeling a need. Definitely not feeling a need for regenerating my weapons, but I am feeling the lack of, I'm keenly feeling the lack of firepower here.
Something for you.
Feels like I'm having a hard time getting through the shields to actually do damage here. Oh, I got his shields down. Oh, he's got doing the thing where he just stops. Just stops any kind of.
Son of a bitch!
He just stops doing anything. Well, that's going to make this a little easier. Now that the target's not shooting at me, just his friend. Okay. Oh.
Shit!
Guys, don't cuss. This is supposed to be a family-friendly channel.
Target has been destroyed.
Boom. Okay. I do hate that they have unlimited ammunition in their ballistics, because that guy would have run out of bullets by now if he didn't have unlimited ammunition in that cannon. They do not have large amounts of ammo reserves in those repeaters. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's kind of weaving all over the place. I'm behind him now. Still haven't taken down his shields. Ugh.
Damn it.
Good thing I don't have limited ammo here, or I would have been sunk a while ago. Yeah, I definitely don't want to try anything harder than a VLRT with this ship. Part of me just wants to, like, book it and say, hey, we got our guy. Oh, yeah.
Shit. Oh, shit.
We're skipping.
Damn it.
Yeah, you said it, buddy. Okay, I got his shields down. Just gotta make sure I hit him at least once every 5 seconds. The shields... Oh. I just crashed. Man. Way faster. So I do give it an A for fighting, but that's comparing it to other ships of its class, to the Aurora and the Pisces. The Pisces has
Quantum travel.
just
Engage.
almost, it's got, yeah, the Pisces has 4 size 1 guns and absolutely no hull strength to speak of. It just pops. The Mustang is a little bit sturdier. It's not tough. It can't tank a lot of hits. Do not think this is a tank. This is kind of a light fighter, and it's a light fighter that that wins by being more nimble and not getting hit. And I'm not very good at that style of combat. I'm not very good at the combat at all. So I think a lot of beginners will struggle with this ship because it's intended to go into combat, and yet it doesn't really have the firepower to feel very good at that. A lot of the beginner missions, a lot of the exploration missions, a lot of the money-making beginner missions require you to have a space for at least 1 box. Like, you know, let's look at the list of things that we have to do. Deliveries, obviously we can't do any of those. Search missions require you to get a box at the location and bring it somewhere. We can't do any of those ever. Investigate wreckage claim. That sounds like we could do it, right? But no, we have to locate a black box and return it to Tisa's spaceport. So we can't do that. Investigate client. Okay, we could do this one. We could go into a cave on Aberdeen and find out about this client. It can only be accessed on foot. So we could go in there and we could do some hand mining. We could go search for some Caterpillar's crew. We can't do this one. We can't do maintenance. Bounty Hunter, we can theoretically do, but you saw how I struggled with the combat on this. I think a lot of beginners will struggle with it as well. Mercenary, we can also do. So all of the stuff that we can do, let's see, appointment, we can go to the appointment. Mercenary work, let's see. Some of this stuff would be extremely difficult with this ship, but should be possible. Halting illegal surveillance, that should be possible. And all the half the investigation missions, and some of the mercenary missions where you're defending a bunker. You can take this to a bunker mission and do that bunker mission. So yeah, this ship will get you into the game, and you can make money, especially with bunker missions. Those do eventually get pretty lucrative. You know, this one's for 60,000 AUEC, and it requires a gun, so you can do it. You can just grab a gun and go there to do that mission in the Mustang Alpha. All right, that's my review of the Mustang Alpha. To recap, it is, for a starter, it's very good at fighting. But I don't really recommend that beginners do fighting in starter ships. And the other thing that one of the things that I do recommend people do in starter ships is do these box missions, because they're very reliable. They can get to be good money. I mean, these start out at 8,000 UAC, but they can be 40,000. But you can't do them at all in the Mustang. You can't do this mission at all in the Mustang. So I don't recommend getting the consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha, even though I really want to like it. There's a lot going for it, but unfortunately its flaws are just too glaring to overlook. All right. Well, that's my review. Please, if you have any questions about the Mustang Alpha, or there's any other ships that you want me to review next, leave them in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much, and fly safe.